let me tell you, you who are watching me here on the channel, how many times have you seen any commercial on TV about Sound of Freedom? Nothing. Now, how many times have you seen commercial about this so-called the Barbie story, the Barbie movie? Which one is folk? Which one is propaganda? So you should ask yourself a question: what is more important to you? Taking your children to go and watch this Barbie movie propaganda nonsense? Hey, listen, me, I'm radical. You don't have to like my way of thinking and saying things and talking. I share with you what I found out. It's up for you to believe me or not, or to do your own research. But this is what I've seen. This is what I found out is happening around us. My goodness, in the landslide is happening. I'm going to show you. If you have not seen the trailer of if you don't know about this Barbie movie, kudos. That's amazing. Keep it that way. Keep it that way. Just keep on watching me. Let me do the research for you and let me inform you. Let's watch the trailer of this Barbie movie, and then you'll be able to understand for yourself what I'm talking about. They might not even go deeper into all the propaganda in the trailer, because in this preview they don't show you oh my god, they don't show you all the crazy things and the woke agenda that is in this movie. But this movie is a definition of a division. In this movie, they're really focusing on dividing men and women, whereby they're telling you that men are in the problem in the society today, and women, and they can live in their own side of the world, men in their own side of the world. So they make enemy between the two. It's literally a fight between men and women. If you don't believe me, you will get to see, because I've seen the reviews of people wanting to watch this movie.
So my overall take on this new Barbie movie, I feel like it's something that I did not expect for it to be how it was. And also I feel one thing that we need to highlight is the fact that this movie is not really for children. And by this, I mean it really has a deeper meaning than what children are able to understand. One thing I learned from the movie is that they were highlighting the pressures that women put on themselves, and also the pressure that society puts on women. And one thing that did not really sit well with me is the fact that they were trying to show women being more powerful than men. I think there's a way that you can show that both genders are powerful than bringing one gender down. And also, I feel it's a movie that you're gonna laugh at first, that you think it's really funny, but then it gets really serious and it makes you think. For me, it took some time for me to actually understand the meaning of it. So I think they should really stop saying this movie is for children, because it's really nothing to do with children, and it's everything to do with the adults and how they perceive the society and how the world really works. So yeah, I think overall I did not really like the movie. Personally, it's not really my cup of tea, but I thought, why not just watch it before the children actually watch it? Yeah.
The purpose of the Glory Today show is to give you information on these things when it comes to movies and games. So this is one of those movies that say, if you're planning to go and watch it, don't. I'm looking at you right now. You mother, you daughter, you father, you son. Don't go and watch this movie unless you are prepared to be brainwashed. Because that's what this movie is. It's literally brainwash. I was watching Ben Shapiro went to watch this movie with his producers. The man was upset. He was upset. I did not have enough time to prepare. I could have showed you a segment of his reviews on this movie after he came from the cinema watching this movie. He was so frustrated. And I do understand, because when you're sitting in the cinema and from scene after scene, it's supposed to be a fun movie, supposed to be a movie for kids, by the way, age of 13. But it's nothing to do with kids. It's all about sexualization of people. Adults want to watch it. All these gay sexual masturbation jokes that are in there, they're not even funny. Then you wonder, is this movie made for kids? This movie made for adults? That's what it is. It is really a big joke. Cue that movie.
Hey Barbie, can I come to your house tonight?
Sure.
I don't have anything big planned, just a giant blowout party with all the Barbies and planned choreography and a bespoke song. You should stop by.
So cool.
You can find me under the lights, diamonds under my eyes.
This is the best day ever.
It is the best day ever. So is yesterday, and so is tomorrow, and every day from now until forever. Do you guys ever think about dying?
When my heart breaks,
Some things have been happening that might be related.
when my world shakes.
Cold shower, falling off my roof, and my heels are on the ground. What do I have to do?
You have to go.
To the real world.
You can go back to your regular life, or you can know the truth about the universe. The choice is now yours.
The first one, the high heel.
You have to want to know, okay? Do it again.
Closer I am fine. Closer I am fine.
I'm coming with you.
Okay.
Wow, this is the real world. What's going on? Why are these men looking at me?
Yeah, they're also staring at me.
Barbie in the real world. That's impossible.
If this got out, this could mean extremely weird things for our world. This would be catastrophic!
We haven't played with Barbie since we were like 5 years old. Oh.
No one rests until this doll is back in a box.
Even if nobody else sings along.
Humans only have one ending.
Get that Barbie!
Ideas live forever.
No, I won't let you do just one appendectomy,
But I'm a man.
but not a doctor.
Can I talk to a doctor?
You are talking to a doctor.
I need a clicky pen?
No.
A sharp thing?
No.
There he is. Doctor!
Somebody get security.
Is Barbie if you still in doubt?
It's crazy because even the doctor, so-called doctor in this movie, is a man, by the way. He's a man. So this movie is all about, they're telling you the best role that can be played for women that are played better by men. Men who have even deeper voice and not on mind. It's interesting. It's all about propaganda. I know you don't see, maybe you might not be able to see much in the trailer because they're trying to depict in that trailer some scene. They're very, very manipulative. You think it's a love story between the Barbie and Ken, when actually they hate each other. The whole movie is telling you how much Barbie hates Ken, how much Ken is a problematic, how much he's a homeless, he has no money, he has no house, he has nothing. That's what the whole movie is all about. It's all about how men are fighting to have their position in a society where that is run by women, and the Barbies are telling you how much they don't need men and how much Ken is dependent of Barbie to even have life. We're going to play a segment of an amazing interview that it might be able to share light, because these are the guys who do reviews about these movies, and this person is a doctor in his field, I believe, and he's explained to you his thoughts when he saw the movie and how much they were silent. They were actually sort of like censored, tell them to not share their reviews of the movies because they receive it early. Let's play. It's the video from number 11. Catch one.
In Barbie land, men are the problem with all of society. It's hardcore feminist. So they've banished men so they have a better life. In fact, Ken is the villain in the movie, and Barbie has to leave because she's not adapting to, this hate of the patriarchal society, although she hates Ken. So men are the villain, and trans, there are a couple of trans people playing characters, Barbies. So, men play better Barbies than women play Barbies, by the way. So you should tell your little girls that if you want to be Barbie, you want to be a swimmer, you want to be anything else in society, men can be women better. That's what the movie's saying. So the doctor in the movie, Dr. Barbie, is a trans, and he was quoted in his interview of saying that this movie is candy with a little bit of poison, and other member, the other trans person, said this is going to finish the gender conversation forever because all the little kids that see it are going to realize that you don't have to be women to be women if there are women, which is really weird to me because I'm 77 years old. So, I still believe that our DNA and everything else says that I'm a man.
Imagine. So tell me, what is propaganda? Is it Sound of Freedom or is all this Barbie stuff? What is more propaganda to you? Because listen, maybe I'm just, as I said, I'm a black man. Maybe I'm just too slow to understand these things. Could be. But all I'm seeing when they bring movies like this, they're supposed to be for children. But the whole storyline in the movie, it has nothing to do with children. If you be brainwashed enough to bring your children to this movie, it is just mind-boggling. I don't understand why you will do that, because even adults watching this movie, they're like, whoa, this is a little too much. Please stay away from me. Why for a child? Let's play cards 2 from the same number. Because I want to inform you.
Practically perfect, and she died last year, and she was wonderful, and she'd always say, why are you taking such good care of me? And I'd say it's my privilege to have a wife like you. So I believe that God designed us for men and women, and we love each other, and it's our privilege if we can be in a marriage. And this attack on men, and this is really an attack on women, Billy, because you're saying to those little girls that go to see this movie that some little boy can be a better girl than that little girl. So it's an attack on men, it's an attack on women, and to me, I don't know who wants to go see that, but they've already sold thousands of tickets. AMC said they sold more tickets for this movie. The people pre-bought the tickets saying, we want to see Barbie, because Barbie is one of the most popular toys of all time.
Imagine. They've sold tickets for this movie. Let's just stay there. Let's just play cards of 3 as well as we had it, because it shares really important information that you need to know before you can choose to go and watch this movie with your family.
Previews don't show disdain between Barbie and Ken. They don't show any of this. How overt are the LGBTQ themes, right? Are they very in your face overt? Very overt.
They're extremely overt. It's not subterfuge. It's not subtle. It's, when the little girls are bashing the babies, saying we don't have to be mothers anymore, they're bashing the baby dolls.
Imagine.
And saying we don't have to be mothers.
Teaching children to deny already to become mothers.
Are very clear.
From very young age. That's their agenda right now. Indoctrinating children. Get them while they're still young, and because they are vulnerable, they can accumulate information very easily. That's what you call from the Star Trek fan, when the Borg came and they put all those antennas on your head, and you get accumulated in their network. That's what they're trying to do with the children. We're gonna play also cards 4 as well from this same segment, because it really doesn't make sense, because so you will not think that this is just my own thoughts and opinion. This, by the way, this man is an expert in his field. He does reviews of films. He works for Hollywood. It tells you stories. It tells you information that you will not hear from anyone else. And they were restricted from sharing their review of this movie when it comes out, because they watch it first before it gets in cinemas.
That this is in.
I mean, it's so interesting to me because you have Mattel, this is a legendary brand, right? And so you have them out there giving this permission to make this movie. Were you surprised at all, in light of the legacy of Barbie, that this is what you walked away seeing?
Well, for the last couple of years, I'm not surprised, but, a friend of mine who made $14 billion through Barbie and all the tchotchkes and everything else was a Christian. And he always wove Christian themes into Barbie. So you had Christian content, and he was let go he was in charge of all the motion pictures and television and everything else. And he retired from Barbie.
Exactly.
That's a simple way of saying it. He's now doing series with Netflix, which is great. So he retired from Barbie. He's now doing Netflix series. But Barbie then hired a woman to do it. And they said, this is the first time we've had somebody as the head of motion pictures. It's not true. I mean, they did the motion pictures. They did lots of them. So suddenly you had Barbie moving in a different direction.
Vocally vogue. That's what he meant by a different direction. Which movie do you prefer now? Sound of Freedom or this propaganda Vogue Barbie? My advice from the Glory Today show today is tell you, stay away from this movie. I have not watched it. I'm not planning to unless demands come. Unless you guys say, you know what, I don't want to watch it, but you need to watch it. Then I might end up watching it. But I already know because I've seen enough from it. I don't even need to watch it. In fact, I might even make a show just to show you snippets from the movie itself to tell you how vogue it is, how propagandist it is. There are no good movies today anymore. There's nothing to watch today unless you can watch, of course, the Angel Studio, obviously. Then you'll find some great content in there. Otherwise, Disney, that one you just gotta boycott. I mean, Disney need to disappear. It just need to go because Disney is supposed to be for children, but put Disney aside. Prime and all this HBO, I'm still reserved on give my opinion on those one. But when it comes to Sound of Freedom, we need to make so much noise here in Europe for this movie to come here in the cinema. This movie gotta come here in the cinema. We need this move here because this is such a powerful information that we need to bring back on the table. We need to talk about the disappearing of children. Let me ask you a question. How is it possible in our lands today with the technology that we have and all the information that we have access to? How can we be able to lose track of so many children? How is that even possible? I can't fathom this. It's surpassed my comprehension. I have no word for this. How is that possible? And when a man like Donald Trump goes into power, fights against this elite with their agenda of sacrificing children, then all the media want to sell him like a bad guy. And you who are like a sheep without a good shepherd, you just want to believe it? You just want to go with it? Banishing and destroying the name of a man who has been fighting for the right of biblical principles. And if you don't need to be a Christian to appreciate biblical principles that have values for our society today, for our families, because the only way you can destroy the future of the future, literally, of all of us is by attacking family values. Because families protect lives of the young one. In America, you're seeing how many children are being born in the world and how many problems. They end up on the street becoming gang, destroying one another. Why? Because of lack and absence of parents, both mother or father. I want to believe that this show has been a blessing to you. I want to believe that the Glory Today show is a place for you to receive good information, uplifting information. It might sound sad, but this is a good information. You need to hear this. This is something that is going to be a blessing to you. It's going to be a blessing to your children and your children's children in the long run. Tomorrow you cannot say, I did not know. Once you know, you know. You got to share this information with your loved ones. You got to like, because that's the only way you can support us, by leaving us a comment. Leave a comment, please. Share your comment with me. Otherwise, I don't know what you're thinking. Share your comment so I know that is this information worthy of your time? Is this information good for you? That's how I know. Like the video so that other people will have access to it. That's what worked for the YouTube algorithm or Rumble or whatever platform you'll be watching this video at. But I encourage you, please don't be silent. Don't be silent. Because your silence in time of atrocity is just as bad. Just as bad. I think I'm going to play one more video from video 1 slide. I'm going to play slide 7. So, just to, as I'm ending this segment, I just want to leave you with this little information, because I believe information is key in this time and age where we have access to so many things, so many information, and you don't know which one is to believe in. It is my job to do these researches and be able to share this information with you. This video 1 from those slides. Slide 7. This is a man that decided to host Sound of Freedom at his club. And the food was amazing. I've seen those pictures. It made it so comfortable for everybody that came to have access to this movie, man. You can say whatever you want about this, man. The Bible says you will know them by their fruits. You will know them by their fruits. And everything is being doing.
The hottest movie anywhere in the world, so I think maybe becoming the president of Mexico by comparison, right? So I just want to thank you all. That was unbelievable acting, and Tim, what a job you did. I wouldn't want to do it. Somebody's got to do it.
Everything he was doing was good for the humanity. It was good for the children, family values, and family principles. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Well, I hope you enjoyed it. It's something that I'm not sure if you're supposed to enjoy or learn. It's a combination, but it's that was a great movie, and now I understand why it's doing so well. It's setting records, by the way. It's beating the biggest movies out. They have some of the big summer blockbusters, and this is knocking the socks off of them. So
he's knocking the socks off.
I'd love to have your potential.
I love his language.
Potential. Anybody want to make a movie? Because I think Jim maybe will be available, but maybe not so long. It is an incredible thing that 2 movies, and you've done others, but 2 movies, 2 of the biggest, I guess the 2 biggest independents ever done. And it was an honor getting to know you.
Wow.
And I even agreed to do a podcast for somebody. Who's that somebody? Is that you, Tim? Well, that's the least I can do, and I look forward to doing it. So I hope everybody had a fantastic time. I did. It's an incredible inspiration. And you guys are something very special. Thank you very much. Thank you for being here. And come back anytime. Thank you very much.
Let's play slide 8 as well. Let's play slide 8 as well.
So we have to do a lot more. And we got to start with Donald Trump.
What do you mean?
Well, he's got to be in there because he's going to go after the traffickers.
Do you think he understands that?
We were with him last night.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, so he's going to be moved to do this, do something. I didn't know that.
Oh,
he was in tears last night.
This is the new Moses. I mean, I'm still Jesus, but he's the new Moses.
It doesn't mean it literally.
My children
so then don't let all the religious mind out there goes like, oh, he says the Jesus. He meant he played Jesus.
Eduardo, Jim Caviezel, great to see you again. Congratulations on all your success. I can't say I'm surprised, but I know how intense
Jim
you are.
Caviezel.
Good job.
This is the people's movie. God bless you.
Absolutely. Meanwhile,
thanks, America.
Watch Sounds of Freedom in theaters and pay it forward by buying
movie
tickets for those that can't afford them at angel.com/freedom.
Okay. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 1. Go, 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 go!
This is even in Africa, I believe, or in Haiti. I think it's in Haiti. Because I can hear their French dialect. Sounds like Haiti. And these are sex traffickers that are being arrested. And this woman, she's the mastermind behind it all. call them a pimp or whatever, but I call them devils.
Go ahead.
And this is not just about sex trafficking for adults. This is for children. This is about children.
I'm a citizen of America.
I'm a citizen of America, he said. Just because you're an American citizen doesn't mean you.
These are all for the huge bag of condoms.
My goodness.
Okay, a miner's on scene and he's got condoms. You got sex toys, you got condoms in there. Wait, put a light on it.
This is crazy. Look at these guys. They get caught in action, They get caught in action. Pay attention here. You see children in the image. You might not get to see them because they might blow the screen. Because here they grab a man raping a child. It's tragic what they found here. They chose not to show it, this man, because it's going to be used in the court against these people. Apparently she was in prison once and she was released. She paid somebody to get out of prison, but they're asking her not to give it. She's refusing. She's speaking Creole, that she will not give the name of the person she paid to get out of jail. So those, she will not be a snitch. Those even jail guards that are allowing these people to get out, they are part of the whole issue, man. We gotta be human somehow and fight against these things. Guys, this has been a crazy journey. This has been a crazy journey, and I have to thank my brother here behind the media who has been waiting because today we had so many videos you have to play and you have to switch on between all of them. We had so little time to prepare them because this is not the show that I wanted to film today. But when I saw the Sound of Freedom, what was going on, I told them we need to change the program and do this show. So we had to last night stay late and today to be able to film this show for you guys. Do some research, collecting all the content, and we collect so much information about this movie that we were not able to share it all with you because of time. I wanted to make sure this is out there. Maybe by God's grace, we'll be able to film again and be able to share more content on this one. Maybe even film it in Dutch, this show in Dutch, and be able to share more information in Dutch, and maybe and then we can show some content that we are not able to share with you here today. But this is a story worth telling. Don't be quiet. Don't be too silent. I would love to even get out there, interview some of the people who are fighting against this tragic, evil, exploitory of children. I want to get out there because you cannot watch this movie and just remain silent and do nothing. You can't. In this movie, by the way, there's a scene in the beginning of the movie where a father living with a daughter, and then a so-called agent, a well-dressed woman, come to their house, knock on the door, speak to the young girl, and apparently the young girl wants to take pictures, so she had like a map of the picture of the young girl, showing the father how beautiful the young girl, those pictures were well edited, how beautiful she is. And then she told the father, I want to make this young girl famous because she's an amazing girl and I want to make her a model. And then she told the father, bring the young girl on this particular location. We'll be shooting videos or photos, I don't know, for this young girl. Bring her there. The father did, any father want the best for their child. But we cannot be oblivious. Maybe the father did not have information that they have today. I mean, the father did not watch the Glory Today show. That's it. The father did not watch the Glory Today show yet about this story. So the father brought the girl at the location. The father came in with the girl, and then the lady said what to the father? The lady said, leave the daughter here. Go back to the coffee, go and grab something to drink, something to eat. We're going to shoot, we're going to film, and you come back later to take the girl. The father was like, okay. Because they also use women. They use women because some women have certain power that has been given to them naturally by God, whereby we have a tendency to trust them quickly. Because we believe they're mothers, we believe they are caregivers. The father left the daughter there, the father went, came back later, the place was empty. It was empty. The child has disappeared. Gone. And this is depicted from a true story. Imagine that. How many people get deceived like this? I've also seen documentary and story about things happening here in the Netherlands, where young girls get pregnant and then they get paid for them to give the child away. And even often they don't even get all the full amount of money. They promise them maybe 20,000 euros, and then they give them in advance 5,000 euros just to show them they're serious. And then at the end they give up the baby, and they never get the money. Thank you all so much for joining me on this journey as we explore this tragic story of sex trafficking around the globe, around our world, and around us. This movie is not about just a story that is so tragic where we have nothing, we have no power. No, we got the power, for we are in Christ. We are the light of the world, the city on the hill. Greater is he that is in us than he who is in the world. Brothers and sisters, friends, family, please share this video with everybody, everyone, even your enemies, your neighbors, even your frenemies. Maybe they need to hear this video for them to be radicalized, for them to understand that this Hausje Bompje Besje mentality is a Dutch saying that just speak about being comfortable with your own little bubble in your own little home. Many children out there that are suffering. Many children out there, they are living under circumstances that are unspeakable. Whatever you can do, the best way you can support us is by leaving us a comment and liking, thumbs up, subscribing, sharing. It will be a great blessing. I appreciate you joining us on this journey. My name is Glory from the Glory Today Show. What can I say than to say thank you? You know what to do. Like, click, comment, share.